Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
Time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the rising enemy, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Whoa, I don't maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind. Maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind. Maybe you sink or swim. Oh, I don't
Going in hot. Go. You gonna start right off the bat?
Yeah, let's just start it right off the bat. Welcome.
Squeaking over here.
Oh, you mean the toy? Oh yeah, your dog is.
Now she's
playing with the
itching.
toy. Oh yeah, I thought you meant just start like the intro. I mean, if you want to.
Oh no, I was asking the dog, is she gonna just start squeaking right off the get go?
That's fair. That's fair, honestly. Yeah, we got 2 half rats for you this week because I was busy. I think it was me. I think I was busy. It's been a busy week. It's been busy everything. So we're here with 2 special episodes for you this week or next. Well, no, they're spread out. They're going to be at the normal time, but 2 episodes right now.
Yeah, we took some margarine, melted it down, rubbed it between the thighs of this podcast, and it's going to be smooth sailing. No chafing, no hiccups, no uncomfortable scratching, just nothing but butter in every skin crease.
Nothing but butter. I like that. Butter. There we go. Cool. Yeah, should we just like I said, let's dive in the intro because we've got a lot for this episode 91 is gonna be packed full of, like you said, 20-pound cannonballs of questions.
91 Degrees, my favorite hard fork boy band of 98 Degrees. We are the Pop Pack Podcast, the podcast featuring 2 dudes and a lot of questions to catch up on.
Oh, a lot of questions. John and I have a special friendship, and we portray it every week for you on this podcast. We talk about fun things, and I'm sure you all have questions, and you know what? We do too, and we also have answers. So we're here to answer some of your questions right now.
Yes, we have 7 questions from one person. So
impressive.
We'll start with the Discord ones. We'll knock those out. This was from September 28th, a while ago. Can you draw a picture of Tigger in apple-bottom jeans with full hips?
That's a great.
I'm assuming she's talking to me.
I think so.
But maybe she's talking to you. Maybe she wants to draw. Maybe a version. Each of us make a version.
Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, so I'll do a version, and then you'll do a version. I love your art. You should bring back the paint night. Mine's just kind of like, I like drawing, but mine's just kind of like really creepy, like people art. You've probably seen some of it, but that's more my style.
Maybe for episode 100, after the episode that weekend, maybe I'll do a live. She has the zoomies and she's running on the couches and they're squeaking across the floor. Okay, she stopped.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But yeah, so we'll draw, like you said, after episode 100 or something, you'll draw.
Oh yeah, I could do I got YouTube live set up, so maybe we could do a live drawing of old school paint night with Tigger and apple bottom jeans with full hips.
There we go. That'll be a sight for sore eyes for sure. And yeah, I think the more visuals we can have for our no lumber in the suburbs, Which, by the way, I love the demos you said over there. So great. I need to record my parts. I know. I've been a bad boy, so.
Well, that's just kind of like the idea. That's not, the official anything. It's just, it's a little rough draft, and I do want a third verse, and then the third verse would be, I wish I can't remember what I even did for the first two verses, but the third one is essentially Pooh Bear chaining himself to the tree, and the bulldozer bulldozing him down anyways. And then it sums it up with him getting his apple bottom jeans. But
it's so dark. So it essentially kills Pooh Bear, and then he gets the jeans. Does he feel remorse at all that his old friend, he watched him be just obliterated by a bulldozer? Is there any?
I think it's one of those. Oh, go ahead. You were cutting out, so I wasn't.
Oh yeah, sorry. Wait, can you hear me now? Am I good?
Yeah, you're robot voicing. Ding dong, ding oil.
Wait. Oh, how about now? Is that good?
Yeah.
Might be my connection that happens, but. Ooh, so I was going to say, does Tigger in this narrative, does Tigger have any remorse for his actions? Because he did this, he killed all of his friends just to get a pair of apple bottom jeans.
Well, I imagine in the movie, Tommy Lee Jones as Tigger, he's looking at him. It's like Cats, kind of, but Tommy Lee Jones is in that kind of makeup, but for a Tigger costume.
It's horrifying. Yeah.
And he's staring into the mirror, and there's like the remorse. You could see it on him, but then he kind of starts glancing at his pants, and then he kind of like turns his hips, and then the remorse just turns into, wow, these look good on me. And
that's
so it's gone.
That's a good ending. It's nice, and that's a fun ending. It's like, you know what? It could be worse. It just kind of teaches us that, material possessions really do encompass all we need for satisfaction in life. Just, if you got the genes, you don't need the people.
That's right. Genes trump people.
Yeah. But that's a great question, Crumb. And we should do more like art collaborations. I think that'd be really fun. Whether it be like our JJ Fresh album cover, like we do like an art collaboration where you draw stuff and I draw stuff all in one.
We need to figure out this whole NFT hype, and we just put our stuff on the market. And we get some of those whatevers, however they buy them. It's not with money, it's with invisible phantom coins. That's what we do.
You know how I was thinking about this more, maybe not that specifically, but can you imagine, you and I, we've we went to college and got jobs and careers and everything. And can you it has to be a bittersweet moment when you make money off of something stupid, like a lot of money. These people, all of a sudden they they sell the NFT stuff or Bitcoin. It obviously you feel good. You're like, oh, I made a bunch of money, but then you're like, oh, what was I just doing for the last decade? So
how was I contributing to society?
Yeah, that too. It's like I just sold a picture of a Tigger with full hips and apple bottom jeans, and it just made $150,000.
See, that's the dream. I have no idea though. I tried looking into it because I was like, it kind of would be fun to have like a store, but I don't get it. It confuses me. I'll
never understand cryptocurrency and that kind of stuff, but something I can understand is we need like a website, I think, eventually, because we are one of the most versatile. I know this is very self-proclaimed statement here, but I would say we're one of the most versatile duos on the internet. You know what I mean? We have a podcast, we do comedy. You wrote a book, or you're writing a book. We're recording an album of music. We're going to do a movie with Cody. He doesn't know yet, but we're going to do a movie with him. Yeah. Then we're going to get into the NFT market and have pictures of art collaborations and things like that. So, we're just like a Swiss Army knife of entertainment for sure.
And you said movie with Cody. That made me think of what if we got a documentary crew to film us trying to convince Cody to make a movie with us, and if he says no at the end, we still technically got our movie. It's just not the way we hoped.
That's a brilliant idea. It's the documentary on the documentary. Well, not as much the documentary. It's a documentary about us making the movie. So then if he says yes, then they film the whole time of us filming the movie. like you said, if he says no, then we still have like 10 minutes of raw footage that we can like turn into some sort of movie.
Yeah, we can just splice a bunch of things. It'll be fine. We have computers. We can do it. Yummy. I guess we should move on to question 2 of 7, huh? We're already 10 minutes in.
I know. Let's just keep this whole episode is dedicated to questions.
It's flying high, apple pie in the sky. Have y'all recorded an official version of Elon Musk to Mars, hoping it's added onto the new album? Coming very soon. Elon Musk to Mars.
Elon Musk to Mars. Elon Musk makes cars. To answer that, I'll answer that one. So we don't want to give away all our secrets, but at the same time, when you don't really have a big enough audience to hold secrets, it's okay to share a little bit, sharing the wealth. So, and especially to a VIP like Crumb. So we're working on an album right now. It's the album we've been working on for probably 3 or 4 years. I've lost track at this point. And one of the songs that's going to be on there, we're going to hope to do is Elon Musk to Mars. So we haven't recorded an official version yet. John has whipped out some really tasty demos, but we are working on an official version. It's going to be kind of a country, kind of like, remember that mashup between Nelly and Garth Brooks or Tim McGraw or whatever? It's going to be kind of like that. It's going to be like a country meets hip hop.
Garth McGraw.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers the question, but that's what we're going to try to achieve with this.
Yeah, we're 2022 maybe fall. It'll be here. Next question: have y'all seen the Human Centipede movies? Wait, there's more than one?
Ew, there's plural? No, there cannot be more than one.
Human Centipede. Okay. Oh my gosh. The cast, the first guy that pops up, looks horrifying.
Yeah.
A couple of these people look scary. Where do they find these people?
I don't know.
Have you seen this cast?
I haven't looked at the cast, but so a long time ago, before I really knew like what the movie was about, I just thought it was a horror movie. So I watched like the first bit of it, and all it took was like, well, it really didn't take much for me to be like, I'm not going to watch any more of this movie. But it just, I definitely didn't get to the stuff that's towards the end that I've heard about or I've seen South Park parody. But that's like, yeah, I saw the first part, and then once it got into certain bits, I was like, I'm good. I'm just going to go watch a Will Ferrell movie or something now. So
yeah, I've never seen it. I guess everyone knows what it's about, but
yeah, and
it's about a centipede of humans who cocoon together, and then out of their little cocoon of feces, they turn into a beautiful human butterfly machine.
Do they actually become a butterfly? That'd be a twist. At the end, they become like a butterfly, and then some really upbeat music plays as they kind of flap away.
Because we all know centipedes turn into butterflies. They have like 2 wings each. So wait, if a centipede has 1,000 legs, there's there's
10,000 like butterfly wings. So when it flaps, it just sounds like gunshots.
So how many legs does a centipede? Oh, that's actually right up on the list. Wait, a centipede only has 30?
I mean, that makes
centipedes have a house centipede has 30 legs. One insect has 1,000 legs. I thought there was like a centipede with a gazillion legs. Okay, 30. So then you have 15 humans, 2 legs each, strapped together, cocooning, and then 30 wings, 30 legs, 30 antennas. Just a human butterfly. And they fly around, and maybe they put Santa out of a job. Because Santa's only one person. This is 15 butterflies attached with human parts. and they can deliver presents to houses faster than 8 sleighing reindeer.
Yeah, watch out, Santa and Jeff Bezos. You've got some competition. Human butterfly.
Yeah. Human butterfly.
Can you imagine? So think of how, think of a caterpillar. Caterpillar's cute. It's this like little, sometimes they're fuzzy, sometimes they're, whatever. They're like kind of adorable. And I would say the caterpillar is like it's like the kid who wears polos and goes to like a country club school and it's kind of, like soft or whatever. And then the centipede is like the cousin who lives in, like Detroit or St. Louis. So it's a lot hard, and it literally has a hard shell and everything. So imagine, even piggybacking off of that, imagine, when a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, it's really like, it's kind of a pretty insect or whatever you want to say. So imagine the centipede becomes a butterfly. I imagine it has like really sharp wings and it's like a really dark color and it has like pincers, maybe like just like a really scary airborne creature is what I'm imagining.
Maybe it's more like a human moth. A centipede turns into a moth.
Oh man, have you seen moths when they're up close? Like pictures of them, they're so scary looking.
What turns into a moth? Because don't moths cocoon?
Because moths are
caterpillars hatches into a caterpillar which feeds on the. Wait, caterpillars become moths? I thought caterpillars were just caterpillars. Really?
Well, it's just different, like, what is it, species or whatever of the bugs, but there's probably some that are moths, some that are butterflies.
Because I thought caterpillars were butterflies, but now I'm learning that they're both.
I thought so too. I think we should reference back Pokemon. There was the one...
Butterfree.
There's the one bug that becomes spooky bee hornet thing, and then there's the one...
Oh, Beedrill.
Beedrill. Then there's the one that's the caterpillar becomes Butterfree.
When are they going to put spy cameras inside these cocoons? I want to see, like, what the heck's going on in there. Like I'm looking at pictures of caterpillars right now. They're so cool. I want caterpillars to do Freaky Friday with spiders, like switch places.
But that's really scary. Can you imagine flying spiders?
No, not like their bodies switch, but their minds. So like the spiders, how they're all hiding in mailboxes? Well, they laid eggs in our mailbox, and I checked the mail the other day. There's all these baby spiders crawling over the mail. And I was
disgusting.
Like, this is gross. But if it was, spider brains in a caterpillar, then all the caterpillars would have gone in the mailbox, laid the eggs, and then I'd have a bunch of cute little caterpillars greeting me as I get my mail. So I just
exactly, instead of like scary spiders, baby spiders.
Right. And like you see spiders in places you don't want, like the shower yesterday. Oh, if that was Freaky Friday, that'd be a caterpillar. And that would be more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I would let it live.
I found, so the whole time I've lived up in this area, and it's been over 6 months now, I haven't seen one spider in the house. And 2 days ago, I saw a spider. The body alone was the size of like, I don't know how to describe it. The whole thing itself was like at least the size of $50. It was huge.
Wait. You saw a spider the size of $50?
I would think it was around the size of $50. The body itself was like as thick as like a pencil or a pen. It was a big spider, big thick legs too.
You should have named it, made it an Instagram account. You would have been famous.
Oh, I'm going to call you.
Wait, we could do a name generator.
Let's do a spider name generator.
Okay, let's see. Name generator. Quick name. Okay, Stefano Mata, Murtazali, Vlad Charlton. I kind of like that one.
I like Vlad Charlton the best. That one. That's Vlad.
Lily Grace Harper, sorry. That'd be like Vlad's wife, Lily Grace Harper.
Yeah, that's the spider wife.
Yeah, so Vlad Charlton, man, he should have kept him in a jar or something. That'd have been fun. Vlad Charlton.
How do you spell that? I'm gonna make that.
I'm gonna just put it in the podcast content, and people who are gonna listen to this Friday will be like, "Oh, that's why Vlad Charlton's in our podcast content." It all makes sense.
Keep an eye out right now. Vlad. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna copy that.
Vlad.
Oh, we
Are
should
you
write.
glad to be Vlad?
I was gonna say glad to be Vlad. We should have a Vlad Charlton song.
Maybe that's a character on Noodle Folk. Everything's a character on Noodle Folk.
We can
Vlad
honestly bring it
Charlton.
all together. Yeah, it all eventually comes together.
Spaghetti spider.
Spaghetti spider. Yeah.
He's a meatball, but he has spaghetti legs for spider legs.
Ooh, that could be. He's just misunderstood. That's really Vlad's MO.
And he has like the classic red hourglass on his tummy, but it's spaghetti sauce.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Let's. How many questions do we have? We have 7,
Yeah, so we did 3.
and we have 10.
That was
minutes
just
left.
a Patreon. So we could probably tackle one more, maybe. And then we can maybe start the other 3 next week.
Let's do it.
That's part of the email, by the way. It had 3 exclamation marks. Hey!
Ooh.
Will the Randall rap be on the new album, which y'all said was coming very soon, fall 2022? AKA the Randall rap about the 16 brothers named Randall. Crumbly.
I love the Randall rap is technically. I thought that was. Wait, where's Randall rap from? Is that from Noodle Folk or is that like its own thing?
I think it was part of Noodle Folk. We were just hashing out ideas. I don't know what episode it was, so I don't know how to go back and find it. And
I mean,
I don't remember it. I remember doing it. I just don't remember like what.
Oh, it's Ronnie Rotini. He has 16 brothers named Randall. They're all named Randall.
Yeah.
It's because he raps. All he does is rap. So really, to answer Crumb's question, we have to make an episode of Noodle Folk in order for you to hear that juicy rap.
We just need to retire. Get that Buffalo house, Buffalo, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Just deck it out. Studio, animation studio, recording studio,
Everything.
and we'll just full-time job. That's what we'll do. We'll make cartoons and music.
Man, that would be so fun. Making literally every aspect of it. So like we get in the studio, record all the music. Like I'm imagining like what's that guy's name? Mark Mothersbaugh when he made RugRatz, just being like so amped about this like weird cartoon and be like, all right, I'm gonna make all this crazy music for it and just going wild. Or the people who did like Cat Dog.
I'm impressed by that name drop.
Yeah.
You just casually, the guy who made RugRatz. It's like, what? Who knows that?
It's the music for RugRatz and Mark Mothersbaugh.
So that's even more obscure, I feel.
I guess yeah, that's really obscure. I guess the only person who would know that is probably
Is he your
me.
cousin or something? Like,
No,
do you know this guy? Like, how do you?
I guess that's really. Now that I'm thinking about that, as I said it, I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
You go work at Starbucks. Oh, he doesn't know who conducted the music for RugRatz. Send him over to Dutch Brothers. Ooh.
Yes. They're a lot more simple over there.
The simple sugar cut. Yeah, just get him out of here.
Yeah.
RugRatz fans only at this Starbucks.
Oh yeah, my claim to fame with knowing these obscure things is just a lot of Wikipedia. So thank you, Wikipedia, for giving me all the brain nuggets I need for dropping these things that make my friends question being friends with me after all. So thank you, Wikipedia.
I don't think could you even Google that? Like, is that who did the music for RugRatz? Wow, you can. You're right. Wow. Holy cow. I am Wow, I'm in the midst of greatness right now.
Oh no, it's just yeah.
Matado Musica, Mother's Ball, composer. Wow. Rugrats, 3 related theatrical films. Cool. He's like the Hans Zimmer of Nickelodeon.
That's all
John
I would ever want
Williams.
to be, honestly, is the Hans Zimmer or John Williams of Nickelodeon. Because yeah, I think he's done a lot of things. I'm pretty sure. I think he did. No, I don't want to say this and be wrong. Then my streak is off. I thought he did the Stranger Things music too, but maybe he didn't. I gotta look this up. I'm gonna look it up.
That was a good season in life, Stranger Things. When it was making its first round, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I remember you saying you liked that first one the most. That first season is really good. Let me see. Music. Maybe he didn't. I don't know if he did. I might be wrong. Whatever. But I got the first one right, and that made John impressed. So that's really all that matters in this life. But yeah,
And I'm looking at the cast of Stranger Things. You're just sending me down all these loopholes today.
That's what I'm good for. And, coming back to that, I know you say we're going to probably release our album more like fall 2022, but I was thinking, I think we could still go for a nice, like, date of Christmas this year, because I'm working on the album. I've been somewhat actively working on it, and a good amount of the songs, at least half, are pretty much done. And that's solid because it's a full-length album. So I think we'll be able to hand out some discs for Christmas this year.
Yeah, some vinyls, maybe some cassettes. Can you even make cassettes anymore?
I don't know. You'd have to look that. I know you can press records and do that, but I don't know about cassettes. I don't know.
How do you make cassette? Well, I guess we could make them at home, but
That's the way to go. Is there's this, or even better, there's this musician. He was famous in the 90s. He was like, let's say early 90s, maybe late 80s, but his name was Daniel Johnston, and he worked at McDonald's, right? And to get his demo out to people, he recorded his demo on all these cassette tapes, and then he'd put them in people's McDonald's meals, like their bags.
wow,
And
it's like a toy.
I know. So you imagine you're like, all right, got my back when they had like the supersized me, you got your Big Mac and you're drinking and you open it up and you're like, whoa, got a Daniel Johnston tape. And it's funny, think of it now. Let's say you held onto it. That tape, one of the McDonald's tapes, is probably worth so much money because he's became like a cult, music, big person in that scene. And so we should do that so what's our version of that with JJ Fresh? Like, where would we put our cassettes? Like, how would we market that?
Maybe we could wrap them up in grilled stuffed burritos.
Like inside the burritos?
Yeah.
Oh, so someone takes a bite and they're like, oh, and they break one of their teeth. Break one of their teeth.
It's like when you get a big thing of gristle on a steak. It's like, oh, what is that? And then you pull it out. Oh, it's a cassette. Neat.
Oh, that's fun. Then you're like, I gotta go to the dentist. But on my way to the dentist, I'm gonna listen to this Fresh mixtape.
Well, then they have their nacho fries, and they notice what the heck is that? And they pull out a Walkman from the nacho fry bag. They're like, what's happening?
Ooh, yeah.
And then they have their combo right there.
I'm imagining
that's why it's called a combo meal.
That's a combo meal. It's a music combo meal. And I was gonna say, I imagine, that we did it for one of your Mr. Mutiny promo things. You have that little cassette thing.
Oh yeah, I still have that.
Oh, you do? Nice. Yeah, we got to make another promo with that. But I'm imagining we should press at least one version of our album onto that so you can listen to it.
Can you even buy mini disc players? I'm going to eBay. Let's see. Sony mini disc player. Yeah, you could still buy mini disc players. Wow, and they're actually pretty affordable.
Yeah.
But I have no idea where the software. Oh, here's mine, the gold one.
That's the best. Yeah.
So cool.
I never had one of those. I had a cassette player. Well, I had I don't know if you call it that. I had a cassette something. And I'd like to think that I was enough of a 90s kid that I could enjoy cassettes and VHSs, because I remember using them actively enough. So, but that's probably more your forte, because you're like about 3 or 4 years older. So you probably remember pretty much the bulk of the 90s.
I just miss them because kind of like you were forced to listen to one thing at a time, and so you didn't have this music ADD where it's like, oh, all right, I'm done with this song. Let's scroll, fine. Oh, let's try this one. Oh, no, don't want to do that. With the CD player, you just listen to it, start to finish, and the best you can do with mixing it up is switching songs. It's kind of, I don't know. It's just nice. It was a nice time.
Yeah, Spotify, that's the one thing that stinks about that. I remember even when I started driving or whatever, I would just go to Fred Meyer or Walmart or whatever. I'd buy a bunch of CDs and I'd stick them in my car and I'd drive around and I'd listen to music. And that's the way you did it. And I remember your truck even had that glorious truck you had for a while had the cassette, right?
No, I had the CD. It was a aftermarket one. It probably would have had a cassette if it was just default.
No, that was my brother's car that had a cassette, because he had this weird thing where it's a cassette that had like an aux cord on it. So you plug it, you do the cassette, and then it's plugged into your phone. And
those things. I never got those to work. I'd always get fuzz and buzz.
Fuzz and buzz. Well, speaking of fuzz and buzz, let's hop on over to episode 92. If you're listening to this, you have to wait a week, but we're jumping right in. So we'll see you next week.
You know what we should do, just for fun? We should start a sentence. Maybe we should start episode 91 now on this episode, and then halfway through the sentence, you just cut it somewhere. In this sentence, cut it anywhere. And then the next episode will be after this cut. So I'm right. Maybe right now I'm on episode 92. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Josh is cutting it somewhere. But technically, right now, we could potentially be in episode 92. Because maybe we're just not going to cut. We're just going to slide into it. And you're going to get the first half of the conversation, episode 91. Second half of the conversation.
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.